from Quantico. And so all we were told is that the cadets are going to be training. We didn't know how long it was going to be, we didn't know exactly what the training would entail, but as part of their preparation for the game and as part of their preparation to be in the Army and Navy, we're going to cover their training.
20 years ago, Kendrick Holmes trained in Quantico, Virginia. Like many current mids, he wasn't sure which branch of the armed forces he wanted to serve in. For many Annapolis seniors, including John Dowd, a popular preference is the Marines.
Once I'm trying to dunk football, my ultimate goal is to be a Marine. My ultimate goal is to be here. And I have to get ready for both. So.
Marks, 3, 2, 1, go.
The first crucial step is passing a 2-day endurance test at Quantico.
Today we're trying to basically make their hearts rate.
At this punishing intersection of grit, adversity, and pure will, the midshipmen are pushed to their limits and beyond. This 6-mile stress test determines who can become a Marine.
We're trying to disorient them, make them fatigue,
Marines,
make them think under pressure, and what it would be like in a combat situation.
You got this!
As a Marine officer, that's what their goal is. I mean, they have to lead Marines in a stressful situation no matter what. Whoever that is, come down the rope! That female, come down the rope! You're gonna fall! I said come down the rope! If you can make it to the top, you're gonna make it to the top without stopping and freaking ballhooing on the goddamn rope! If I say come down the rope and you're gonna fall, you're gonna do it! Yes, Sergeant.
Como podemos ver, las tomas tienen bastante movimiento. Sin embargo, al usar el steadycam, esos movimientos no son percibidos. Son muy estables las tomas.
Weekends they're over here running these courses, and it's tough because you don't have the time that they have to do it.
There you go, Jared. Ready? Get up there. Ready? Kick it. Kick it. Well, kick it. With that right. Use the one.
And so you can see with a simple scene like this, how we're really blending all these different tools to tell a story. And if you take away one part of it, you really can't tell the story in the same way. And so we show up to Quantico, it's raining, we don't know if the training's still going to be happening, we don't know when they're going to show up, we don't know exactly what they're going to do. And for those of you that shoot events or shoot anything with real people, you know that's often the case. You don't have all the information. But when it happens, ideally you still want to tell the best story you can. You still want to really get that across effectively. And so with something like this, I mean, there's no way to really get across the energy of them running through that training course without a steadycam and actually running along with them. But then there's those subtle moments where she's freaking out at them trying to climb up the rope. There we want to be in closer with like a monopod and just have a little bit of shape to it. As we're setting up the scene, we're using the slider to just get really subtle setting shots of the area. All these different tools are really coming together to allow us to tell the story. But we're doing it very, very quickly and on the fly. What I love about Steadicam is just how many different things you can say with one tool. I mean, I can stay completely static, I don't even have to touch it, and it's like a tripod or a monopod. But then I can also move with it very subtly, and it's going to give you something very much like a slider, right? A very subtle kind of feel to it. We can also start making it more erratic. We can look around like we're walking through an environment and we're not sure what's going on. We make the viewer feel like they're curious and they're looking at things. We can also run really quick and start whipping the camera around, right? And it's going to create a lot more of a fury and an energy to it. But with one tool, there's so many different ways we can actually use it and move it to say so many different things. And having tools like that is so important when you're shooting any kind of event type shoot where you don't exactly know what's going to happen. You don't always know exactly what you're going to say because you don't know what's going to, what the story is. Part of the process is discovery, is finding that out and then saying, how can I cover this in an effective way? And so when you have tools like this, they let you adapt. They let you move them in a way that mimics what you're trying to really impart on the audience. You can say so many different things. And it makes you a very, very powerful storyteller. That's what we learned in weddings, was that we could take our tools and we could adapt them to say something completely different on every shoot. And then when we brought that to the NFL, it was completely different. Here's a crew of 2 wedding people going in with a Steadicam, a monopod, and a slider, and we're replacing 6 to 7 people, right? That would normally be a full-size dolly, and people laying down track, and a dolly grip. That'd be a Steadicam operator and an AC for the Steadicam. And then you'd have somebody else to run the monopod. So there's 6, 7 people, and we're doing that with 1 or 2 we're using DSLRs, so we're getting a really powerful image. We're able to get in different places, and we're able to stay a step ahead. And all of a sudden, it completely changes things. We're getting calls from Apple and Callaway and all different kinds of clients who want us to go around and really work with small crews, because it is so important to staying a step ahead. For the last shoot for the Army-Navy game, here's two images where this is the cadets running out on the field on the left, and then the right we had an interview with President Obama. And the interview was supposed to happen right after the run out. So the producers are like, hey, just stay here, just wait. You know, we're gonna get 5 minutes with him, just wait for the interview. Now this is the biggest game of the film, so of course I want to get my steadycam on and I want to run out with the players, and then I'll come back and get the interview. And they're all freaking out, there's no way you're gonna make it. But what's so amazing about this is how quickly you can switch between tools. So I run out with the team, quickly pop this all off, and then I'm on a monopod and I'm doing the interview minutes later. What I didn't account for was Secret Service, who literally grabbed me and threw me to the side, saying the president's over there, and I'm trying to explain to them that I'm the one doing the interview. They didn't care. But I got the tools switched, I got the camera switched, and all of that was no problem. And you have so much power as a storyteller if you can literally run out with a football team and 2 seconds later be doing an interview with President on the sidelines. And you have the right setup, the right lenses, and both of them look great. And so, I'm going to show you one more scene here. This is from Ring Day. And Ring Day basically is where the cadets get the graduation ring, and then they have this ceremony where the first years will actually sing to them, and they want to be able to kiss the ring. It's very silly, and it's one of the things that the Army wasn't even sure if they were going to let us cover, because it is so different from what you would imagine the image of the Army and Navy to be. This happened over the span of 10 minutes. You know, I'm there by myself, I've got 10 minutes to cover something that happens once a year, which means in the span of the documentary, this is going to happen once. And if I had chosen any single one tool, we couldn't have told the story properly. If I'd shot it all on Steadicam, it would have had a great energy to it, but we wouldn't have got that intimacy of getting really close. If I'd shot it all on monopod, I could have gotten really intimate, but you wouldn't have felt that energy of what happened. So I want to show you the Ring Day and just how crazy it is, and then talk to you a little bit about how we approach that.
You know, when I was a freshman, sophomore, I was like, I'm not gonna care about it. And now that it's here, it's kind of exciting.
Friends and family, welcome to the ring presentation ceremony for the class of 2012. The moment when you place your ring on your finger should be a moment you remember forever. It not only solidifies your place in the long red line, but it also allows you to grip hands with those members who have come before you. Now is the moment we become true first-class cadets. Just as we were pleased chasing firsties on this same weekend, it's our turn to be chased down. So plan your rounds now if you haven't already, and move swiftly to your barracks. Class of 2012, you may don your rings.
The concept of the senior class ring originated at West Point. Since 1835, it has been one of the most significant milestones in a cadet's life. But Erzinger and the other firsties well know that along with the pageantry of the ring ceremony comes another beloved tradition. An ambush by the plebes that by age-old custom all firsties make only token efforts to avoid, as the entire corps bonds around the deep meaning of the ring.
What I really love, what really strikes me when I see something like that, is that it feels so much more like a produced shoot than it does a documentary.